Today it is apparent that you're able to walk, despite what doctors may have told you about your faith. How did you overcome that?
Well, I always considered myself an extremely rational person who believed in authority, and especially doctors. But what I had to do is I had to take that back. I had to peel away a lot of that. And in my desperation, started exploring alternative health. In fact, me and my ex-husband even went to Asia to get treatments dealing with energy. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy, but you have to figure at the time I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat, I really didn't have much of a life in general. I was on at least 21 different supplements and medications, and my life was the full-time job of taking care of myself. With medical bills mounting, and we were just at this place. It was do or die. And with that, I learned that the body, of course, is more than just the physical. It's also mental, emotional, soulful, and spiritual. And at a time when my mom said, if I were you, I'd be crawled up, holed up on your bed, just shaking in fear and crying, because when most of the other people had no hope, and I even did my own will, and I was ready to go. I was at this place of pure surrender, and that whatever would happen was for the best. I was in those moments that I discovered a power, an essence greater than me. I learned about who I am and what my capabilities were. And I started having dreams that I'd be able to run again. And those are the dreams that kept me going. Those were the things that gave me the inspiration to change my diet, to change my relationship with my body. They even shed 20 pounds and even advise other people on what to do, how to take better care of their body. Because I realized that you only have one body, and with this body as the vehicle, you only have one lifetime.
You mentioned that you had an ex-husband.
Yep.
What brought upon the divorce?
Well, my ex-husband lived in Asia, and I lived in the United States, and that's where our respective families were from. And we had lived together here in the United States, and we've been trying for years to figure out how to make this work. And when I had come back from Asia after healing from my illness and still going through the additional process, he decided to stay in Asia. And I came back to the United States, of course, to get the health care that I needed. And then he cheated on me. So for me, that was a defining moment that this relationship's no longer going to work. What I also didn't realize as a traditional Asian housewife was that he was verbally, emotionally, and physically abusive to me. But I didn't know that that was not normal. And so it was actually a good thing that we got a divorce, except for at the time it was one of the worst economies in 2008. And I had no income, I had no health insurance, and I didn't know at the time that I was pregnant. So I had a miscarriage. And I had also tried to turn to my parents for help, and they couldn't help me. So it was for me to figure out, rediscover who I am once again, and figure out what I'm capable of, what my interests are, where my passions lie, and have this new opportunity to carve out a new life for myself. So now people actually come to me because they know that I've been through that experience after a decades-long relationship. I also had to figure out, what is love? What does it mean to be loved in a healthy way? And that I know that there is a chance and an opportunity that hopefully for me to have children someday. And I hope that I can inspire others that no matter what the circumstances are, that no situation is too hopeless, and that you too, no matter where you are in the stages of life, can rebuild a life better than what you ever thought your wildest dreams could be.